What's up, y'all? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. All right, y'all. So I am back with the third installment of this up and coming musical artist. They're saying it's going to be bigger than Michael Jackson. I always try to keep bringing this back to, I really don't think anybody will be bigger than Michael Jackson, but my opinion aside, we are going to look at this person who is supposed to be like the next Beyonce, next Michael Jackson. It's speculated that it is a woman. We're going to work from the premise that it is a woman. And one of my beautiful subscribers sent me a long list of questions. Some of your questions were a little bit hard to decipher, so I'm going to do my best, but let's get into it because this might be a bit lengthy. All right, so first question is, can you check if eventually in the future, whether 10 years from now, 15 or 20 years from now, will people stop treating Beyonce like queen or number one? Like a future female superstar comes out of nowhere, 10 years or 15 or even 20 years, I guess from now and beyond Beyonce's level. When this person comes and they surpass Beyonce, will people start calling them queen? And when they surpass Beyonce. Okay, so first and foremost, she wants to know, or they want to know, I don't know if it's a she, I think it's a she, but they want to know if there will ever come a time in the future where people will stop calling Beyonce queen, revering Beyonce like they do. I already think we're on the precipice of that, with a lot of the negative press that she's getting by virtue of her husband. It's crazy, but let's see. Answer to the question, will people stop revering Beyonce, calling her queen, calling her the best? She said anywhere between now and the next 20 years or so. We have leave. People say leave. It's time for you to leave. Yeah, I think it is time for her to just about step down. She's now at icon status, and it's okay to kind of step down and let the new girls come in. She's trying to still compete. Y'all remember when Carrie Hilson was like, go and raise some babies or have some babies or something? I mean, she's obviously had her children already, a holding pattern. But Beyonce's not going to want to leave. Feeling trapped, stuck, no way out, running out of options, not making progress despite your best efforts, captive, oppressed, victim of one's own circumstances or self-limiting beliefs. And that gives me that even Beyonce wants to kind of sit down, but there's something keeping her stuck. And people are speculating that her husband is pimping her out. This is allegedly Celebrity. I forgot to say that. So everything I say is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. This is just a tarot reading, just for fun, just for entertainment. But I feel like Beyonce is stuck. I also feel like she doesn't know who she is outside of the industry, outside of her position. So I feel like this is twofold. I feel like the holding pattern is that she doesn't want to give up her spot. It's difficult for her because that's her identity. But I also feel that there's something going on here. So maybe they are having financial issues and she is working hard to overcompensate for what he's gambling away or, you know, investing poorly or something like that. But I do think that Beyonce's core audience, her beehive, they're never going to give up on her. You have a few that'll fall off as they age or whatever, but she'll always have her core following. But there will be a moment in the future, 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, where people will be like, okay, we've had enough of you. You know, your 40s, 50s, 60s. It's time for you to sit down somewhere. All right, next question. What did she say? When this person comes, will they surpass Beyonce? Will people start treating them like the queen? Most likely. We have trickery. All right. Aquarius moon energy. What else? We have breaking the rules. Taurus energy. I really do feel like I was pulling some cards yesterday on this. I decided not to like post a reading, but I was just like playing around with my cards. And I kept getting a very strong message. And I think I've said this in my previous 2 readings about this mystery artist. This person is very spiritual. There's a spiritual reason that this person will come, if in fact they do come into the industry, because we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. They may already be amongst us. That's one of the things that came out, is that we might actually already know who this person is, but we just don't know them in a capacity that we will eventually. But I kept getting a message that this person they were extremely spiritual. There was a spiritual reason why they were coming into the music landscape. And they were coming to kind of like deconstruct a lot of the things that go on behind the scenes, the dirty side of the business, the music business. The Hierophant is the powers that be. It's the gatekeepers in music, and this is in reverse. There's some kind of way that this person is showing up that people gravitate towards them because they're bucking tradition. I think I said this before. They're outspoken, but only intentionally outspoken. I don't know how to make that make sense other than to say this person does not mince their words, but they also don't waste their words. Everything is intentional. Everything is strategic. It kind of makes me think of Michael Jackson, because although Michael Jackson was known as this soft-spoken pushover, right? People thought that's what he was. He was a shrewd businessman. He was a Virgo, much like Beyonce, right? And so, no, he was never a pushover. Remember, he tricked Paul McCartney. He had a conversation with him about getting the Beatles catalog and stuff, and Paul McCartney never got over Michael Jackson finagling the Beatles catalog. I think the Rolling Stones too, if I'm not the Rolling Stones. No. Wait, is it the Rolling Stones? Not the Rolling Stones. I might be tripping. It might be the Rolling Stones, but Michael Jackson was in possession of a lot of royalties, a lot of rights to a lot of music that he did not create. Towards the end of his life. I think that's one of the reasons why he's not here. But let's keep moving. So I want to look a little bit deeper into that. How will people feel about this new artist? I feel like this person is sneaking into this industry under the guise that they're just like everybody else. People will, though, fall in love with them because they're going to notice something about this person that's way deeper than the surface. So for instance, y'all know how Pink, like the singer Pink, came into the music industry, and some people say she was like cosplaying like R&B music. She was singing like R&B music. You know, Candy was writing a lot of songs for her, and she was under that that banner with Usher and all of those people, where she was being marketed as like an urban artist. And then Pink started to go more alternative, more rock, more pop, more whatever, and that was really what she was about. That was more her forte, at least that's what she said, right? I feel like that's kind of how this person comes in. They pretend to be like cookie cutter, and people may initially not take to them, but eventually they will. Okay, will this person, how will people respond to this person, and then will they surpass Beyonce? We have psychic messages unmasking the truth. Pay attention to thoughts, dreams, music, signs, and synchronicities. I told y'all there's something spiritual about this person. That's Cancer, Pisces energy. That's the high priestess. They are a high priestess. They are intelligent, but the thing is, it's not going to be apparent at first sight. This person knows what they're doing now. How will people respond to this person? They have messages. You have to unmask them. They're going to try to trick. Not in a bad way, though. They're going to try to get their message to the people in a sneaky, tricky way, because this is about being resourceful. They're going against the system. Okay, what else? How will people view this person? Trading places. Role reversal, tables turn, rabbits got the gun. Look at that. Walking a mile in someone's shoes, seen from your point of view, pulling a them on them. Karma, cause and effect. What goes around comes around, and seasons change. I told y'all there's something spiritual about this person. If in fact this artist does come, this situation does come to pass, and this artist becomes someone that we are aware of, because we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, what could be blocking this person, whatever, right? If we live to see this happen, this person is not for the faint of heart. They're not somebody coming in to be the status quo. They are not. But they're going to pretend like they are. They have a message. It's like Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was putting messages in his music, and we were dancing to the songs and not really always paying attention. So will people call this person a queen? And will she surpass Beyonce? Positive stimuli, that's the sun. Yep. Leo energy, yeah. This person radiates positivity. They have a sunny disposition. They're an optimist. They are the truth, okay? This is the genuine article. This is like a lot of magnetism. People are going to be drawn to this person. Absolutely, yes. And I think in a more positive way than they had with Beyonce, because there's something spiritual about this person. We have prissy, extremely feminine, very girly, dainty, prudish, prim and proper, snobby, easily annoyed by anything or anyone, uncouth, on one's best behavior, image conscious, easily offended, correct proper behaviors and manners. Yeah, this person will be well received. This person could be, signs that I pick up are Cancer, Pisces, Virgo, Leo. I do see other signs here, but I don't feel like those are the signs. These are the signs I'm feeling: Cancer, Pisces, Virgo, and Leo so far. Okay. Will this person ever surpass Beyonce's status? Looks like yes. High hopes. It's possible. It says wishful thinking, optimism, false expectations, daydreams, illusions, rose-colored glasses, the Seven of Cups, Scorpio, Venus energy. There's going to be an opportunity to, but I don't think that's this person's goal with the Seven of Cups. I'm telling you, there's something going on. It's an undercurrent. It's a spiritual undercurrent. It's like they may show up that way. People may think that's even their aspirations. That's not this person's aspirations. Their aspirations are to get in and to dissect and dismantle this industry the way that it is from the inside out. Okay. But let's see. We have sex is the glue, the Lovers in reverse. Okay, Gemini energy. This person is going to be a bit disillusioned by the politics, the game. You know, they're not really interested in that. They're not interested in people singing their praises. They're showing up as a genuine article. The sun is the most positive outcome and energy in the tarot deck. And it talks about an energy of just existing in pure, utter truth. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to prove anything. You are the proof. I don't think that this person cares about that. I don't know. This is weird how I can answer this question. The possibility, yes, is absolutely there. The love, absolutely, yes, is there. But this person is the kind of person that'll be like, I don't want people following me. I don't want people to revere me as the queen. I'm not here for that. I hope that makes sense. Let's move on because we're going to be here all day. All right, so your next question was, will people treat this woman like God? That's not what this person wants, but there's the possibility for it. But this person is coming to break that up. They don't want that hero idol worship. They don't. Fire starter, Page of Wands. Okay, we got the Page of Wands in reverse. This person is a mischief maker. I'm telling you. They are a mischief maker. They're going to use their platform to set fire to everything that we think. They're coming to burn illusions. The answer to the question on the people side of things is absolutely yes. But on the artist side of things, please don't do that to me. And this is showing up as Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. And we have not giving them the time of day, ignoring them, refusing to pay them the slightest bit of attention, out of sight, out of mind. Yeah. The more things change, the more they stay the same. So the Four of Cups is Cancer Moon. Yep. Again, this person is rejecting that. Four of Cups is rejecting. I am not interested in being the next Beyonce. This person will not necessarily speak out against Beyonce, but they will. You know how Beyonce puts her messages in her music. She takes subtle shots at people. She does little subliminal things. That's this person. But it's not shady. It's strategic. I hope that makes sense. Okay. So the rest of the question was, will they put this person's name in a sentence like they do Beyonce when they say sorry, but Beyonce can't compare? Well, what do they say this about Beyonce? Beyonce can't compete. I love B, but she can't compete with everyone. She can compete with everyone but this person. Like, will that day ever come? Because if this person is beyond Beyonce, that's why I asked. Okay, so it's going to be redundant the way I'm answering these questions because it's crystal clear to me that this person doesn't care about that. Now, I know you're asking about the way people will respond, but this person's energy is more important than the people's energy, if that makes sense. No matter what people try to impose on this person has a very strong sense of self. They know what their duty is. They're being sent to whatever their part is in dismantling the system structure. That's what this is about for them. The music is secondary. it may start off as a love for music. It may start off as, you know, I want to be an entertainer. But the major part of this is never going to be about wanting to be a big star. It's because this person has something to say. There's a spiritual aspect to this. Okay, so will people start downplaying Beyonce in favor of this particular person, this woman? Keyboard confidence. It says saying things online they would never say to your face, trolling, Twitter fingers, cyberbullying, gang stalking, subliminals, dealing with someone romantically who texts you more than they call, and someone may get the courage to reach out through a text or DM who isn't brave enough to call. So what that gives me is that, yes, there will be elements of people online, just like there are with Beyonce, where if you say something about this person, they go into attack mode. Basically, they will have a following. I don't want to call it a cult following because this person's not interested in a cult. So I don't know how to answer these questions the way that they're worded, because this person's energy is bigger than that hive mind. You know, there's a reason why Beyonce calls her a group the hive, the beehive. Hive mind, because that's what the beehive is. It's a hive mind. The Hierophant is hive mind energy. This person is not for that. It's in reverse. Hierophant, like, no, I'm not interested in people following me blindly, looking at me as God. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to really blow up in your face through my artistry, through my rebellion, through my eccentric ways, my strategic ways. I'm here to show you that this industry, this smoke and mirrors with the Seven of Cups, the smoke and mirrors, and also look at the sex is the glue. So I feel like there's this thing, like, I'm not coming to sell sex. I'm not coming to be heralded as the next best thing. Even the way we are as tarot readers who are doing these readings, because I haven't watched anybody else's readings, but I've seen titles pop up, probably because I'm doing them myself. So I see other people's titles pop up during the same reading that I'm doing now. I just usually try to do mine a little bit differently, but respect to everybody that is doing them, because it's interesting, right? I just feel like there's certain limitations that we're going to have because there's a bigger reason why this person is showing up, y'all. There's a bigger reason. I'm going to ask that question. She didn't ask that question, but Spirit, what is the bigger reason why this person... Oh, wait. Before I do that, let me finish. So how will this person's fan base, like, will they be obsessive like the beehive? You got gang stalking here and cyberbullying. So yeah, there will be people who will still be crazy, even though this person will not support that. We have following protocol. Look at that, the Hierophant. Yeah. So there's a that's the hive mind. So the answer to your question is yes, Taurus energy. But again, going back to this person's energy, they're not interested in that. That is not their motive. It says being compliant, playing by the rules, conformity to status quo, indoctrination, staying on the straight and narrow, ethical behavior, and a moral compass. Yeah. So this is a person who lets their conscience be their guide. They will not try to encourage people to go after people, like, say, Nicki Minaj might do with her audience. There are certain artists that do that. They try to ignite and inflame, you know, and get their audience to go after certain people. That's not this person. This person is not interested in that, but there will still be people who are fans who will absolutely stand on, you know, die on that hill that, you know, this is the best person to ever enter the music industry, and not even Beyonce can touch her. Absolutely, there will be people. Okay, so what is the spiritual implications with this person's spirit? What are the spiritual implications with this person's music that I'm feeling? Count your blessings, the World card. Be grateful for all you have right now. They're coming to change the world. The World card is closing out a cycle. It's completion. It's closure. It has a lot to do with masculine energy, Saturn, father time, the father in general. I keep hearing this song by Michael Jackson play in my head, and I actually saw a video on TikTok or something about a day or two ago, and they were playing, I think it's called the Earth song, and that's just interesting because with the world here, well, I've just been hearing that song actually since I sat down to do this reading, and since the other day, yesterday or the day before, since I saw that video on TikTok. Yeah, okay, so let's see. This person is coming to turn the attention away from the worldliness. It's time to close out this cycle. Like, enough is enough. We have no honor among thieves. Seven of Swords, Aquarius moon. Deception. A warning to look over your shoulder. Someone's being sneaky. A con artist, scam artist. Dishonest people cannot be trusted. They are likely to betray one another for personal gain. Lack of integrity, trust issues, shame, embarrassment, turning on one another, infighting, and hostile environment. The World card is about closing out that cycle. Trickery is here. That's the Seven of Swords as well. This person is trying to gain entry into an industry that they know is toxic. They know there's a dark side to it, but the universe sent this person, or will send this person, to dismantle that. Yeah, I mean, yesterday or the day before, whenever I was pulling those cards, I think it was yesterday, I was just like, so many cards were coming out just telling me, like, this person, this is not about music. It's not. Michael Jackson was an artist that, whether we want to realize this or not, Michael Jackson's presence, essence, gift was way beyond his music. The man would stand there and people would just pass out. He wasn't even doing anything. That's insane, right? That's powerful. That's somebody that's tapped into their own God essence. That's what this person is. So Beyonce, no disrespect to Beyonce. Beyonce is a hard worker. She's the master of her craft. She's talented. All of the things, right? But this person is way deeper than anything Beyonce could have ever imagined to do. Beyonce tries to do things. Kudos to Beyonce. But a lot of it is contrived. It seems robotic. It seems like I'm trying. Not this person. Okay, so moving on. What else did she say here? She said, will that happen? If so, when? Wait. Will that happen? If so, when? And what's the energy surrounding it? And that was in regards to people putting this person over Beyonce. When will that happen? I would say we're going to look at work from the premise that this person is an established artist. At what stage of their career will people start to view them as more powerful than Beyonce? Spike drink. Don't eat or drink anything they give you. Be careful of drinking the Kool-Aid. Groupthink, cult, and coven. I'm telling you this, for every time I pull these cards, there are cards coming out saying this person is opposed to that. They're not interested in that. They're averse to it. They're like, that is not what I'm here for. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Don't be a part of the groupthink. The cult. I just said this person doesn't have a cult following. Okay, well, they do, but I don't want to call it a cult because that's not what it is. There will be a few people because they have that mindset. You can't. It just said public mess on my TV. That's funny. You can't control what other people do, but this person will be very averse to that. Like, do not do that to me. Don't deify me, because they know that that's not how it's supposed to be. When in time will this happen? Current events. I'm going to look at that as soon, meaning that when this person steps on the scene, this is the beginning of their career, that it happens very quickly, because obviously this person is not here already, and if they are, they have not reached that level of success yet. So this is when the star starts to rise. It'll be quick. Okay, and she said, what's the energy around that, surrounding that? What is the energy? Better luck next time. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Bad karma, upheaval, string of bad luck, losing streak. You win some, you lose some. Don't resist change. What else? Observe. This person is now getting Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini energy. This person is like, pay attention. That didn't work when you did that before, right? When you deify people, it's always going to come back on you. You know how in the Bible it says, we're not supposed to put any other gods before God. My understanding of that, though, is I don't believe that God is ego. So I don't think that God cares about, or is concerned about. I would say it's not concerned about you putting a celebrity's picture on your wall, for instance. This is goofy. That's something that an ego cares about. I think what that means is that, don't put any other gods before me. Is the God in you. We should not be deifying people. We should not be looking at them as better than us because they make more money or they have more notoriety and fame. No, that's why this person is like, look, watch how I move. Look at how I behave. Also, see how the last time you put these people on the pedestal, what happened? You got that Epstein list. You know what I'm saying? You get these controversial things that go on, and then people start canceling people instead of understanding it's the nature of the beast. This person is here to buck that beast system. So the energy surrounding it is, yes, people are going to try to deify this person, put this person in the same category that they've put Michael Jackson, Beyonce, so forth and so on. But they're like, no, 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 no. That is not what I'm here for. I'm here to show you something, to teach you something, to get you to pay attention. It's not even trying to force it. It's just like, I'm going to be here as a mirror back to society. Interesting. Okay. So when will they debut the girl that's going to be like Michael Jackson or Beyonce replacement? I feel like this is going to be difficult to answer, but let's see. We have swanky, upscale establishment, red carpet, black tie affair, and a formal event. It's going to be some kind, it could be like a performance on an awards show, something where people are really dressed up, some kind of red carpet, black tie affair, a formal event, okay, with elite people. I'm telling you, this person's going to come in acting like they're a part of it. They're not, though. They don't care nothing about these people. We have preferential treatment, the Six of Wands, baby. That's the star card. I mean, not the star card, but you know, it represents fame. Popularity contest, pretty privilege, unfair advantage, fame, fans, spotlight. Yeah, I think I told y'all this the last time, maybe even the last 2 times I've done these readings. There is a masculine or a patriarchal energy that brings this person in. I'm getting a scene from this movie, and I'm trying to think of what it was. It was a movie I was watching. It was kind of like a B movie, right? And I was watching this movie, and this woman, she was a window cleaner, right? Think about that so you can see clearly, right? She was a window cleaner, like one of those people that gets on the things outside of the tall buildings, goes up and cleans those windows, not just a regular window cleaner. I don't know what they're called, but like the skyscraper buildings. And I never finished watching the movie, so I can't tell you the whole story, but her brother had gone to a party or something like that in the building, I believe, on a different floor or something from where she was working. And there was like some kind of like hostage situation going on, and her brother got caught up. So she was like on the outside of the building trying to figure out how to get inside the building to save her brother and the other people. I don't know why that scene popped in my head from that movie, but that's what I'm getting here. Obviously this red carpet affair, I think there was some kind of party, some swanky event going on. I don't think that what I was just talking about had anything to do with the past energy here. What I'm saying is this person feels like they're on the outside looking in, and they're coming to clean it up, right? I don't want to make this person sound like a superhero. It's not that. These are very subtle things that this person will do. But it's bigger than them. And the focus is not really supposed to be on them, although it will be. They're going to keep diverting the attention back to your own power. Don't put any gods before me, meaning you, the God in you. Observe me. Watch how I move. See how you can handle this industry or whatever you're dealing with in your own personal life, and understand your power in the situation. This person is very powerful, and I feel like they're small. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's short or if it's just like a petite person, as far as like this person's body is on a, you know, the thinner side, but small and mighty is kind of what I'm getting. All right. So what else? Yeah, this could be some kind of, just say for instance, Super Bowl, the Grammys, the Oscars. It's going to be something like that where this person gets introduced to us. And the Six of Wands is somebody getting positive feedback from the public. It talks about somebody being well received, absolutely well received. Like when people see this person initially, like, oh my God, she is just so great, she's so pretty, like you just can't take your eyes. This is all eyes being on somebody. Like you can't take your eyes off of her. She's on a pedestal. So that's what's here. Some kind of big event where she will be introduced to us. Okay, can you talk about the bad things that B will try to do against this woman to sabotage her? Oh, baby, it got real nasty the other day when I looked at this question. I'll pull some tarot too, y'all. I'm probably just going to go back over the questions with the tarot just quickly and answer with the tarot. But let's see. If Beyonce will try to sabotage her, because we don't know, what are some of the things that she will try to do? We have stuck in the middle, the Two of Swords, block certain opportunities, leave remote energy, a stalemate between a rock and a hard place, damned if you do, damned if you don't, torn, confused, a choice between two. I was just getting ready to say, I got that energy when, who was this? It's a musical artist where they're like, I'm not coming if you invite such and such. That's what I'm getting here. Yeah. Rejection, ignoring, blocking, turning a blind eye, lose-lose situation, cognitive dissonance. Beyonce's point, it says being difficult intentionally. Yeah. So Beyonce may try to pay this person dust, or may try to do that passive aggressive thing. I see Two of Swords as passive aggressiveness. Like, you know, if somebody asks about this artist, Beyonce she'll give niceties, but deep inside she does not like this person, and will tell people behind the scenes, if you have her here, don't bring me. I'm not coming if she's there. That type of thing. Real mean girl energy. I don't think Beyonce is just on the surface of mean girl, but I believe if you look at some of the older footage of Beyonce before she went through a lot of PR training and kind of cleaned her image up to match, you know, Jay-Z's I don't talk about my personal life thing. Beyonce was a mean girl. Look at the old videos of her. She used to just take shots at people all the time, and that means that's the real you. Obviously, age and maturity is a factor too. We have a coin toss, Wheel of Fortune. It says luck of the draw, unpredictable, a gamble, a risk. Could go either way. You win some, you lose some. Going with the flow, fate, destiny out of your control, accept what God allows, and seasons change. It's bigger than her. There's nothing she can do about it. She will try, but the universe is in control when the Wheel of Fortune shows up. That's Jesus taking the wheel. So the universe is stepping up here because, like I said, this person is being sent by the universe. So Beyonce can do whatever she wants to do to try to block, reject, ignore this girl, keep her stuck, ice her out. It's not gonna work. It's not going to work. But what will she do against this girl? We have irreparable damage. The damage is done. Point of no return. Can't be undone, fixed, and no going back. What will she do? What does that mean? Divorce finalized. Why did I say divorced? That was a mistake. Scratch that out. I don't like that. Divorce finalized. Ready to heal and embrace a new chapter in love. Is Beyonce gonna get divorced? We talked about this the last time. Or maybe her realizing that it's just time for her to leave. The damage is done. Maybe to her image through her husband. Let me see more. Ghost follower watches your content religiously but never comments or likes and secretly crushing on you. Beyonce can have like a Finsta, you know, fake profile. She's watching this girl. She's following her, because that's what came out in my in the cards I was pulling the other day. It kept saying that Beyonce would keep spies on her. She would send people in to infiltrate from the inside out, and that Beyonce would observe this girl from afar and from internally by sending somebody, pretending to be a friend, stealing ideas from her, and the girl won't even know how she's getting those ideas, like that type of thing. Peeping Tom, look at that. Somebody's watching you closely. Thank you, Spirit. Confirmation. That's what I feel like it'll be. It'll be more on a passive-aggressive side. Two of Swords is passive-aggressive. There's not going to be a in-your-face mean girl thing. It'll be like going behind the scenes, making phone calls. You want me to come to perform at this award show? I'll be there, but is such and such going to be there? If she's going to be there, I'm not coming. Or if I am coming and she's going to be there, it is important that you exalt me over her. Jaguar Wright had pointed this out. And even though I take Jaguar Wright, you know, with a grain of salt, I don't think she's completely wrong about everything. But I don't think, you know, she is as in the loop or in the know as she pretends to be. She says pretty obvious things. But one of the things that she said was, if you go back and look over the years, how they've done these humiliation rituals against these artists, or how when people win their awards, they turned it into a celebration of Beyonce. Adele did it a couple years ago at the Grammy. She won the award, and then she made her whole speech about Beyonce. Lizzo did the same thing a couple of years ago. When Taylor Swift won that MTV Music Award, Kanye went up there and insulted her and said that Beyonce should have won. Now listen, on the surface, that looks like some stuff that Kanye did, being wayward. Maybe. But at that time, they were still cool. He said that's his family. So how do we know that that was not strategically done? Because that's what I'm saying about Beyonce. She's not going to do it herself. Beyonce ain't like that. She's not going to do it herself. She'll get people to do things like that. So I hope that answers the question, because that's what I feel she will do. All right, so will we ever feud or have drama with this person publicly? No, I don't think so, but we'll see. It'll be subliminal, but let's see. Microaggressions. I swear to God, you can't make it up, y'all. When I tell y'all I'm psychic, I'm psychic. You got the Page of Wands. Passive aggressive. Throwing temper tantrums. When they don't get their way. Troublemaker, mischievous, and immature. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Yeah, it's going to be microaggressions. So she's not going to do this on... She's not going to say it with her chest. No. That's not even Beyonce. No. We got bad guy. She got people that has her back. Reinforce, aid, support, defend, retreat, and avoid. So she'll deploy her beehive with subtle messages. Y'all remember when she came out and said that, you know, Tiffany Haddish was telling her business, and she was like, I'm gonna have to start making these girls sign NDAs. And then she was like, Tiffany. She said Tiffany's name in the song. You had to catch it. You had to pay attention. And yeah. And then look what happened to Tiffany. Tiffany Haddish fell off not long after that. She started falling off. You gotta watch in that industry. That's why I always tell y'all, don't think none of these people are... I won't say that they're not decent people. Some of them may be. But the industry, if you're in the industry and you are thriving and you're well received and exalted, most likely you are probably not as decent as people think you are. Okay, so what's going to happen? Well, she publicly spat with her. We have morally bankrupt, not practicing what one preaches, into taboos, prudish, unprincipled, lacking a moral compass, spiritually dead, unethical, unconventional practices or lifestyle. So she will do things, but again, it's going to be on the passive aggressive side. Okay, give me one more. I like these questions. Okay, what else? What will she do to this girl in real life? Actuality, reality, knowing fact from fiction and outside of social media. She's going to try to affect her real life by being morally bankrupt. It's not going to be things you can prove, though. That's not how Beyonce moves. Beyonce moves in a way where if you were to come out and say Beyonce did X, Y, and Z to me, you would look crazy. Cause and effect. What goes around comes around. Karma, justice, reaping what one sows, balance, equal give and take. Whatever she does to this person is going to boomerang on her. And we have ruthless businessman. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Beyonce is a Virgo. Now this is Taurus Mercury, but it says greed, materialism, transactional relationship, chauvinistic pig, a bad supervisor, strings attached, coercion, robbery, extortion, slow, lazy, deadbeat, dad, and bum. Yeah, if she does anything to this girl and she has any level of success at it, or just even tries, it's going to backfire on her. Okay, so next question. When the girl debuts, how will Jay-Z react? That's an interesting one. Y'all, when I did it the other day, it said he was going to be interested in her. Let's see. Second wind. The Four of Swords in reverse, coming back to the world after a break, rejuvenated after a period of peace and quiet, and a moment to catch your breath, battery recharge, listening to your body, and rest when needed. And I also was getting messages that he was going to try to help Beyonce sabotage her, even though he will have a physical attraction to the girl. Okay, Four of Swords is Libra, Jupiter in reverse. Look at this survivor. Okay, Beyonce. Perseverance, tenacity, resilience, a fighting spirit, PTSD, ongoing battle, last standing, unbreakable, and close to success. That's his card, the Nine of Wands. Sagittarius moon. Because that's his birthday window. December the 1st through the 10th. He's December the 4th. Yeah. Okay. He's going to try to... This is not showing me an attraction to this person. It's showing me him being in competitive mode and saying, okay, she's coming for your crown. We got to do something. If you resting, Beyonce, I'm getting like no rest for the weary. Holding pattern. I want to leave. I want to lay down. Take care of my babies. Relax, right? Nope. Second win. Get back out there. This Ike and Tina. Get back out there. You got one more fight because this person coming for your crown. All right. Let's show me Jay-Z's feelings towards this woman. Attraction. What will it be? Attraction or no? We have negative. Okay, so maybe not. Let's see. What's negative? You know what I just got? Hold on, I'm gonna wait for a minute. It says shoe is on the other foot. The table's turned, roles reversed, and Rabbit's got the gun. That's the second time Rabbit's got the gun has come out. Y'all, this person's gonna have to watch for them trying to cozy up to her. Wanting to collaborate. Hey, come sign the Rock Nation. Live, whatever you call it. Rock Nation or whatever it's called. Kind of like how Chloe Bailey was kind of implying that Beyonce was sabotaging her, or the company was sabotaging her growth because she's in the same lane as Beyonce, and Beyonce is not ready to step down. It's kind of what it's giving me. Is it Chloe? No, it's not Chloe. Let's see. Show me Jay-Z's feelings about this woman. It's gonna be a long reading. That's okay though. Let bygones be bygones. Let it go. Leave the past in the past. Don't cry over spilled milk. Leave it alone. What will be, will be. And we have career suicide. Making professional mistakes, losing credibility, undermining success and progress. It says avoid controversy. And wait, I feel like this is in the wrong deck. Avoid controversy in your workplace. The environment may be toxic and hostile, and someone may be rage baiting you. Cooler heads prevail. Don't take the bait or break any rules in the workplace. Cover your ass. Play it safe and do the right thing or else. Oh, so he may be attracted to the person, but he's like, no, that would mess up my career. Beyonce got this crazy cult following. If I turn on her, remember the guy ran up on stage to get at Jay-Z for cheating on Beyonce? Yeah. And I even think stuff like that is messages that might be going on behind the scenes through her management, through the powers that be. I don't think anything is no coincidence. You don't get up on the stage with Jay-Z and Beyonce that easily. Everything, the world is a stage. I don't see him necessarily like trying to talk to this woman because he knows that it will be bad. Now, I'm not getting a clear answer though. I mean, it said negative, but I don't think that he's not going to be attracted to this person because I think this person is attractive. So let's see, a present event in real time happening right now today, and we have you are the company you keep. That's the Two of Cups. We have reaching a milestone. The World card again, leveling up. He's going to be, what it is about this person that he's going to be drawn to is not necessarily physical attraction. It's more so the power that they have. He want a little piece of it. Y'all remember how in the movie Sinners when he was like, I want that thing that you got. When he wanted Sammy's gift, his gift with the music. That's what I'm getting here. Is Jay-Z a vampire? What's going on here? Vampire in New York? What's going on? High status, see? Virgo energy, Virgo Venus. This person is going to be so big. And I feel like so quickly that he's going to want proximity to this person. But I don't think it's about physical attraction. Not to say he won't be physically attracted to this person, but that's not the point. The point is this is a star. And it could even be for the benefit of his wife. We need to get close. So we can, what do they say? Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Okay, so let's see. Will Jay-Z ever try to date this girl publicly? I feel like the answer is no because he said it would be career SUI side. I mean, SUI side. We have lifestyles of the rich and famous, the Ten of Pentacles, opulence, luxury, lifestyle, upgrade, abundance, affluence, high status, again, in value, rubbing shoulders, well-connected, and royalty. He's going to try to coordinate some kind of professional relationship, some proximity to this person. You are the company you keep. I want to be close to you. That's the Two of Cups. That's partnership. What the hell is going on here? Imaginary friends. Jesus Christ. Three of Cups in reverse. Bad influences, trauma bonds, toxic friendships, malicious gossip, overindulgence, excessive partying, depressed and distant. He will not try to date this person publicly. The Three of Cups actually is dating. It's in reverse. No, but I need to be close to you because we gotta have you close in arm's reach so that we know how to play this game. Because you coming for my wife's crown. And I might even, like, I'm speaking as Jay-Z, like I might even think you fine. I might think you are all the things. But at the end of the day, this is where my bread is buttered. Oh, this fell out too. Hands clean. I didn't even notice the justice card. Innocent, no wrongdoing, not guilty. Okay, not guilty. Good karma. Yeah, so the answer is no. He's not going to. You got negative, you got hands clean. He's going to try to stay away from it because of this. We're going to get to the tarot, though, because the tarot is going to tell the tale. I'm going to leave all these cards out and just pull tarot cards on top, y'all. All right, next question. Will Beyonce and Jay-Z ever divorce? Well, I mean, we got this one here, divorce finalized. I don't know what that was about. That was interesting. Will they ever divorce? I got no the other day. She's never going anywhere. I just don't see her leaving him. Tact. Page of Swords. No. Class act, calculating, thinking before you act, not easily baited, guarded, attention to detail. So the Page of Swords, I feel like it's Beyonce being completely aware that she needs to leave him. But she does not like the idea of failing. She considers it a failure. So this tact is her idea of keeping this pristine image, you know. I'm not going to let people see me sweat. I might get behind closed doors and argue all day with him. We may not even sleep in the same bed. I told y'all one of my readings that I initially did about Jay-Z and Beyonce. I think they even stay at different houses and stuff. But it's like for the, this is a social media card too. For the public, they're not going to, she's not trying to leave him. Will she divorce him? Distinguished gentleman, no. We got 777. It says the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles. Confidence, charisma, well-dressed, successful, and well-groomed. Yeah, he's a distinguished gentleman in her eyes. She married an older man because she likes what he brings to the table. He is the King of Wands. She is the King of Pentacles. She's like, we're a power couple. He's financially good to me. And she likes sleeping with him, too. They say Jay-Z is packing. Now, listen, I ain't attracted to Jay-Z, but I'm just saying that's what the rumors are about him. So he got Beyonce in more ways than one. It's crazy. She not leaving him. Divine mission. She said no, this is part of her North Node. Inner calling, life purpose, awakening, ascension, rebirth, soul contract. You agreed to before incarnation. She said no, I agreed to this and I'm sticking to it. Wow. Baby, the cards be talking, don't they? What you see is not always what you get. Yeah, illusions. Choose wisely. Confusion and clouded judgment. Scorpio, Venus energy. Again, it's the image. It's the image. I'm not going to give up my marriage because I know people want me to fail. I'm not going to fail. I'm going to have a successful marriage. I will pull the wool over my own eyes. Self-delude. Whatever I need to do. I will also sell the public an image because I got to keep this up. I got to keep this alive. Look at this. You got untouchable abuse of power. The Emperor in reverse. That's the husband, father figure, masculine, above the law, narc, a tyrant, and paternity issues. Yeah. So that's, he already got paternity issues. We know that. She sees him as a narcissist. She knows he's toxic, but she ain't leaving him. Says Spirit says yes. I don't think that Spirit says yes about her leaving though. Look at this. Things have been shown to her. Revealed, seen, exposed receipts. Those around you, vibrations, your energy field. You planted the seed, now let it take its course. Yeah, she's like, I've invested in this. I've invested in him. She has times where she thinks about leaving him. I think they've even talked about divorce before. I've told y'all that. But I don't think she's leaving him. And I told y'all something happened at the 7-year mark. That's the 7-year itch right there. I don't remember when they got married. I think it was 04? Somewhere in there. I think they got married in 04 because that's their number. She's born on the 4th. He's born on the 4th. They got married on the 4th. I think they got married in 04 if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But, oh shoot, no, I think it was 07. Whenever they got married, it's something about the 7-year mark in their marriage that's very significant, or over the last 7 years, 7 years ago. Something about 7 years, and even all these 7s here. Okay, let's move on. If this girl comes out and Every time she releases, it's beyond Beyonce's level, like what she's done. Will celebs praise this woman and idolize her? And I'm gonna tell you what I got when I pulled cards the other day. Celebrities will stay beholden to Beyonce as long as the powers that be instruct them to. They're all puppets. You have a few that will embrace this new person, but until they say that this is Beyonce's replacement behind the scenes, they will still sing Beyonce's praises. So will celebs praise this woman and idolize her? Keeping tabs, watching, clocking your every move. Clocking your every move, surveillance, stalking, social media obsession, sedentary lifestyle. Got the Ace of Wands. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. Move it or lose it. Physical activity is encouraged. Life is not a spectator sport. Get in the game. Rise to the occasion. Accept the challenge. A lack of ambition or motivation. Will they praise her? So that will be a no. It's in reverse. We have genetic influence, the 10 of Pentacles, parental impact on someone, learned behavior, inherited issues, familial patterns, traditions. The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. I'm going to stop right there. That has nothing to do with it. It's not about genetic influence. 10 of Pentacles talks about being well connected. It talks about the blue bloods. It talks about the powers that be, the elite, the 1%ers. Like I said, if they say go, these people will go behind this person. If not, they're going to be stuck on Beyonce is the best, Beyonce is the best, Beyonce is the best. They'll watch her though, because it says keeping tabs. Lie, cheat, steal. It says if they lie, they'll cheat. If they cheat, they'll steal. Lack of impulse control. This is Capricorn and Taurus energy. Negative coping mechanisms, character flaws, recipe for disaster, trust issues, dishonesty, and unethical behaviors. So this is giving me the devil. The Hierophant in reverse gives me no. Hierophant in reverse is people that are free to make their decisions, or at least the illusion that they're free. The devil does talk about bad publicity. So I wouldn't be surprised if people the celebrities not only don't support her out loud, because I feel like they will watch, they will be inspired, they're going to feel it just like everybody else feels it. But they're not acting on it with the Ace of Wands in reverse. They're not acting on it because she's not a part of them. I hope that makes sense. She's not a part of them. And they're looking at it like she's coming in and she's breaking the rules. This is breaking protocol. This is so interesting. Yeah, because I told y'all the other day, it came out that they were still going to be on Beyonce's bandwagon. Show me more. How will the celebrities react to them? Draconian laws, justice in reverse, Libra. Look at this. Tyrannical, abuse of power, injustice, miscarriage of justice, lawlessness, extreme and excessive punishment. Yeah, they're not going to be fair to this person. Because it's the law, the draconian laws. I mean, y'all know what draconian laws are, right? There's something about the darker side. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm not trying to sound like a conspiracy theorist, even though I am one. I'm a reformed one. I'm not as bad as I used to be. I don't believe these people that run this country, this government, these industries, I don't believe they're human. That's just not 100% human. I don't believe it. And a little bit of research I did recently kind of confirmed for me that this was even in some of the books of the Bible that they took out. There's something weird about these people. I mean, when you think about the things that are being mentioned in the Epstein files, like, digesting people, calling it jerky, babies, doing crazy stuff with babies. How is that normal? It is so demonic. I don't know. But I feel like that's what a lot of the blue bloods are. What is the term blue bloods all about? I always thought that it had something to do with having lighter skin and being able to see your veins. But I don't know. I don't know. What? Let me see. We about to learn together, y'all. What is the origin of the term blue bloods? All right. The term blue bloods originates from the Spanish phrase sangre azul, used in the Middle Ages to describe the Spanish nobility who claimed pure Castilian Visigothic descent, untainted by intermarriage with Moors or Jews. Oh, really? The pale skin made their veins appear noticeably blue, compared to tanned skin of laborers. And look at that. It says genetic influence. Oh, is she going to be melanated? Is she going to be highly melanated? It's aristocratic distinctions. The phrase served as a social marker to separate the upper class, who rarely worked in the sun, from the lower class, tanning working class. Spanish origin. It highlighted a claimed purity of bloodline. Y'all, that's interesting. And noble families, distinguishing them from others. Visible veins. Because nobles had fair skin, their veins beneath appeared blue tinged, contrasting with their light complexion. Spread to English, the phrase entered English in the early 19th century, with the earliest references to the blood of old Spanish families around 1809 to 1811. Other potential factors. Some theories also link the term to aristocratic habits of eating off of silver plates, which in some interpretations caused a bluish skin discoloration known as argyria, though this is less commonly cited than the pale skin theory. Wow, it says it talks about people who are old money descent. This says the genetic influence is why these people are not allowing this person in, but this person is on a divine mission. Y'all, this is deep. And y'all, I don't know if y'all heard this, because the Ten of Pentacles actually does represent like royal families. And I've shared this on the channel before, because I remember very vividly when Beyonce had Blue Ivy, the Queen of England, sent her a crown. Why? They said Beyonce is somehow related. And y'all know Beyonce does have mixed blood in her. She's Creole. So ain't no telling. Ain't no telling. I tell you, the truth is stranger than fiction, and I think nothing is a coincidence in that industry. But let me take my conspiracy theorist hat back off and get back to the cards. All right, so where were we? All right, she asked about the celebrities. Like, you know how people go crazy randomly, name Beyonce constantly in their interview, or say, you ain't Beyonce. She thinks she's Beyonce, like a joke or slang. Will this woman that will eventually be big like Michael Jackson ever have that status? Well, let's just see. Okay, so outside of celebrities, will it ever get to a point where they do phase Beyonce out and the celebrities will? I just really think her mission is so much more than this, and it really doesn't have anything to do with that. But will the celebrities eventually start getting on this person's bandwagon? We have Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Stellium. Romantic, practical, focused, grounded, down-to-earth, plans for the long term, desires stability and security, risk-averse, planners, priority, responsibility, focus, hardworking career, money-focused, discipline, organized, patient, studious, efficient, perfectionist, and workaholic. This person is not here for this. They're like, that's not, the answers are not coming out the way that I want them to, because the reality is this is bigger than this person. We have hierarchy, the chain of command. If they're told to, the powers that be, institutions, organizations, authority figures, if they're told to, when they're told to, if this person ever does get that industry support, because I don't feel like this person, they're endorsed by the industry initially, but I'm telling y'all, it's a trick. So once they get in, they start showing their true colors. The industry is not going to like this person. They don't like truth. I always say this planet is known historically for taking truth out. It's really crazy, right? When you look over history, all of the freedom fighters, the truth seekers, the truth tellers, Jesus, whether you believe in Jesus or not, the Christ story, you could go modern day, you can find anybody that stands up against the powers that be or shouldn't be, they take them out. And this is because this is their realm, the earth realm. This is where they have rule, dominion, hierarchy. We have charlatan, the Seven of Swords. Yeah, there's going to be a concerted effort to keep this person down, right? And again, this is the industry. It says an imposter. Yeah, I don't feel like I don't feel like the people in the industry will take to this person. I don't. You're going to have a few that will, but for the most part, no. We have highlight reel. Social media, flexing, bragging, showing off, only posting their wins, and image conscious. Yeah. So there will be people who pretend to like this person, or there will be people who actually do like this person. The ones that pretend, Or maybe even they do like the person, but pretend that they don't because they're told not to. They're going to be just following protocol. Yeah, look at this. A yes man. Agreeable, overly accommodating, conformist, saying yes to everything to avoid conflict and confrontation. You can't make it up. Okay, y'all. So the next question is, will there ever be a point? Okay, wait. Where's the rest of it? Will there ever be a point where the bigger than Michael Jackson or Beyonce replacement will win more than 8 Grammys in one night? It may start off like that. I'm telling you, this person's going to they're going to start off like this, but then it's going to be like this, because the purpose of this person coming here, again, I'm being redundant, but it's bigger than being a celebrity. But they're going to play the game to get in. Will they win Grammys? We got karmic relief, the 6 of swords. Yes, they will. They will win a lot. You got spirit guys here. Breathe a sigh of relief as a karmic cycle is coming to a close in your life. A weight is being lifted off of you. You're headed into calmer waters. The storms have passed. That kind of gives me when this person comes into the industry, they'll start off really, really high. Yeah, a lot of popularity and things of that nature. But once people in the industry realize that this person is not one of them, that's when the problems are going to start. Telltale signs, dead giveaways, the obvious, blatant proof, evidence, plain to see, clearly shown in plain sight, and the smoking gun. Yeah, so again, this person quickly becomes disillusioned. They probably come into the industry like this, but once they get in, that smoke and mirrors phase away. They see what's behind the curtain. The Wizard of Oz. They realize, it's not as big as I thought it was. It's not as grand as I thought it was. I'm disillusioned by this, right? I'm not impressed by this. So you can give me 100 Grammys in one night, but I don't really care. And they're not going to mince their words. They're not going to pretend like it means anything to them. So eventually the industry will not platform them as much. So their celebrity will come. Okay, think about it like this. Michael Jackson, biggest star ever, but they even deplatformed him. They even took him down. They accused the man of touching children. Come to find out, with all of these files that recently have come out, they say he created Never Never Land to give the children a place to go to get away from, as an alternative to what the industry was trying to do to the kids. Macaulay Culkin has come out and said Michael was nothing but nice to him and protected him. Corey Feldman, same thing. And they have paid people in the past to try to take Michael Jackson down, even in death. And the truth, cream always rises to the top. So even though they got away with it for a while, the truth is coming out now. We're in the age of information. So that's what I'm trying to say here. It's not that they don't want to exalt this person, because this person is extremely talented. They galvanize people, all of the things, right? But the problem is, once this person gets their foot in the door, they're going to realize, I don't want to be in this. This is not what I signed up for. And once they start bucking the system, because they will, that's when all of a sudden all the celebrities, listen, I keep telling y'all this. They gave Diddy a Lifetime Achievement Award in 2022. And by 2024, the man was in jail. You see how they give you your heroes and they give you your villains? And this is what I always say about Donald Trump too. I have lost a subscriber before because she was like, oh, you support Donald Trump. I didn't say I support anybody. I don't mess with none of them. I feel like they're all evil. But the reality is this. If you want to play the political game, when we look at these files, both it's partisan, right? It's bipartisan, right? Both sides are on the list. And everybody's covering for each other. Everybody's lying. And then we sit back as the public and we keep buying into this devil system of seeing one side good, one side bad. One artist good, one artist bad. Baby, it's the same. It's the same. You can't fool me. I'm a seer. So you cannot fool me. No, I see through your games. But yeah, so we just have to be careful outsourcing our power. I don't cancel people. I feel like people are people. If I like their music, I like their music. Whatever they're doing in their personal life, they got to answer for that. If you make a nice song, you make a nice song. I'm not about to sit here and moralize a singer. It's a singer. They're not supposed to be a leader for me, a spiritual leader. That's goofy. But let's see. And let me just say this, because I know it's going to be somebody that's going to be contrary. Yes, you have a right to not support somebody that you don't want to support, but just know when you support the next person, you're supporting somebody that you probably don't want to support if you knew what they were into. All right, so what was that one, y'all? I don't know what this next question is. Will she win these Grammys? Let's see a couple more about the Grammys. We got one trick pony, one dimensional, dull, boring, no variety, or nuance. I'm telling you, this person is going to be blackballed by the industry, but they will have a following that's so massive that they don't really need the industry. It's kind of like Chris Brown. All right, we have long-term goals, yeah. So this person is someone that as long as they want to make music, Chris Brown is the perfect example. He's blackballed, but he's not stopped. I'm sure it's frustrating for him, but he has his following. Super talented. And he's got longevity, and that's what the 10 of Pentacles is, longevity. I feel like there will be a smear campaign against this person. They will come in hot, and something will happen that will kind of like cool it off. But they're going to have so many people behind them, especially because they're going to be coming in bucking this. Like, this is the kind of person that will get up at an award show and call out the politicians for being on the epi list, right? Your life is a movie, secure, obsessed with success, carried away. Okay, so let's see. This last question, I can't really understand what it says. Oh, no, there's two more. It says, how will the... I don't know what this says. It says Mexican. You talking about a cartel? I don't know. Feel about the women who will eventually be big like Michael Jackson. Will they talk about the media? Maybe she was saying the media feel about her. Will they talk about her and be attracted to her? Okay, so what is her... I don't think this person will be a media darling. Not after the initial success. They will in the beginning. That's what the media is for. Part of the propaganda machine, right? So when the powers that be say, hey, support this person, push this person, they will. When they say stop, like I said, Diddy went from a Lifetime Achievement Award to jail in a matter of 2 years. There's no way in the world that public is not wise enough to see that this is orchestrated. Nobody is this foolish to believe that the industry did not know what Diddy was doing. Why do you think that tape by that he was beating on Cassie resurfaced? Ask yourself a question. And then you have to ask yourself a question about Cassie. And this is not me taking a shot at Cassie about the abuse, but I don't trust the industry. So I'm not going to herald her as some great, wonderful person either. She was a victim of DV. That sucks. That's terrible. And he should have went to jail for that. But she didn't press charges for that. And she said she had that tape, or she had access to that tape for all them years. And you waited till the statute of limitations was up before you brought it out. And you waited till the very last day where you could file a lawsuit against him. Listen, we can try to play the game of, oh, she was scared and she was there. That's what they told you. My instincts tell me something different. This is not victim blaming. I do not support abusers. I am very much in opposition to any man that will raise his hand to a woman. So Diddy is trash. I have said this before. I do not advocate for Diddy. But if you were alive in the 90s, the early 2000s, if I knew who Diddy was, the industry knew who Diddy was. Why now? These are questions we have to ask ourselves. Why now? Why so calculated and strategic? Why, oh, here's the footage, comes out on the news. And come on, y'all. Like, the world is a stage. Just like it said, the world is a stage. I mean, just like I said, the world is a stage. All right, so how will the media feel about this woman? Self-incrimination, giving themselves away, telling on themselves, throwing someone else under the bus, and being just as guilty by association. So there's going to be a clear indication that these people are working for the powers that be when things turn, not initially. Initially, they're going to support her. Sitting duck, an easy target, defenseless, unprotected, clueless, unsuspecting, watch your back. Didn't I say this person's going to have to watch their back in the very beginning? The industry is going to be used as a tool in the beginning to introduce us to this person. I already said that. They're going to be at a red carpet event, a black tie affair, when we are introduced to this person. Some kind of grand ceremony or something where we will meet this person. But they are not going to like this person because this person is not them. Children in common, that don't mean nothing. And we have compromising situation, sneaky, trying to get away with something. Yeah, caught red-handed, undeniable proof of wrongdoing, hand in the cookie jar, exposed awkward moments, secondhand embarrassment, bad publicity, in harm's way, and bad habits. Yeah, they're gonna do the same thing that they did with Michael Jackson. And I think I said that in my very first reading. There's a similarity here, but that's where the similarities end. There will never be another Michael Jackson. I must say that again. Last question is, will the next black female superstar in the industry ever sabotage the girl who will eventually be big like Michael Jackson? Now, I don't know what that means because I thought she was the next big superstar. But I'm telling you, I feel like there's already sabotage here. But let's see. Will they sabotage? Work Bay, Three of Pentacles, the Lovers. No. It says affair at work, hooking up with a coworker, flirting or crushing on a colleague. Gemini, Capricorn energy, 9 times out of 10 likely to happen or succeed. Odds are in your favor. What else? They won the battle just to lose the war. Ooh, that's sabotage. That's crazy. It'll backfire on them, though. This person is divinely protected. They are being sent on a mission. The thing is, I'm not trying to deify this person like they're going to come in like some holy roly angel and save the world through their music. Not like that, y'all. It's just that there are spiritual implications to this person's career. But this is self-sabotage. I think everything that they try to do to this person will backfire on them. You know what's going to happen? There's going to be a person in the industry that this person will hit it off with, one particular person, maybe somebody that they marry, date, who's going to have their back. What else? But there will be sabotage. Yes, it says 9 times out of 10 there will be sabotage. But there's somebody here. Who's this person? Spell and the curse is broken. There you go. Return to sender, banished, and backfire. I said it's going to backfire. We got because this person's heart posture. It says check your intentions, curb your ego, operate in love, and be open-hearted. And when you do that, you do have spiritual protection. So they will try to sabotage this girl. I feel like the industry as a whole, they will use whomever. People will play their role. But this person is so protected that it doesn't really matter. And they don't want to be in the industry long-term anyway. Their long-term is more about their core following, their core base. Okay? So now we're going to go back and we're just going to look at this with the tarot. I know this is long, y'all, but I put this off and I messed up the first time. And I'm like, you know what? We're going to go ahead and we're going to do this reading again with the questions, because she left questions before and for some reason neither one of us could find them. So, all right. So, again, will people stop treating Beyonce like a queen? 2 cards. Oh, my God. You get the Queen of Cups. She will remain a beloved fixture. She's already solidified her spot, right? There will be people who will love Beyonce till their death, all right? Oh. The 8 of Swords. It can't. Let me turn it upright. Remember what we talked about before? The holding pattern? This is the same card. You know what I feel like people are going to do? They're going to start getting tired of Beyonce. They're going to be like, how many times you going to keep singing those same songs, doing those same dance moves? Baby, how many times are you going to try to reinvent yourself just to kind of stay the same? Like protect your legacy here. You already solidified your spot. Now go sit down and be a mama. Go sit down and relax. You're a mature woman. Go live life. You know what I mean? But her core base will continue to see her as mother, as they say. All right, so will this person surpass Beyonce? You got the Five of Cups, you got the Ten of Swords, and you got the Page of Cups. This person is very gifted. Again, spiritual aspects of this person, but there's the sabotage, there's the backstabbing, and there's the grief. They will endure a lot. They will go through a humiliation ritual in this industry. Their heart is pure, though. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. You got Gemini here as well. And this is being stabbed in the back and disappointed. Like I said, getting in the industry, thinking that you want to be in it, and then realizing like, oh my God, it's not what I thought. But I still love my gift. I still love what I do, but I have to find a way to do it. This is about seeing things through fresh eyes, like a fresh perspective. Will people start calling this person a queen like they do Beyonce? You got the Ace of Pentacles, a promising career. And this talks about that first pentacle, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So like laying the groundwork, right? But then here comes the Seven of Swords, looking over your shoulder. So again, there's a concerted effort, but every time, here's the Lovers. There's somebody that this person is going to be connected to romantically that's going to serve as some kind of protection for them. I don't know that they can defeat a whole industry, but they will have at least one person in their corner. But this Seven of Swords is also like, I have a strategy. I'm sneaking in this industry, like it said. I'm sneaking in. But this is definitely like somebody stealing. And remember, I said Beyonce could steal this person's ideas. Sometimes this is an exit strategy, like running away from something. So like I said, I feel like, okay, I'm going to plant my seed here, but then quickly start to be like, you know what? I don't like this energy. That's kind of what I'm getting. All right. Will people treat this woman like a god? Will people treat this woman like a god? The Knight of Wands. That's a yes. Okay. And the Chariot. Cancer energy. Sagittarius energy. They're going to respect this person's ability to overcome obstacles, rise to the occasion. This is somebody that accepts challenges, overcomes obstacles, because there are going to be obstacles in this person's way. They're going to come in hot. Like I told y'all, Knight of Wands, they're coming in hot. They're coming in quickly. It's like this person's star is rising like this, but then it starts to level out. What is the level out that I feel? Because it feels very strongly like something's going to happen. I mean, you got this Ten of Swords, this Five of Cups, which is grief and being stabbed in the back. What is this that I'm feeling that slows things down for this person? I think it's just them telling the truth about the industry, being disillusioned. Eight of Cups, walking away. Yeah. I'm not going to accept, I'm not going to take the oath. The devil. Look at this. Look at all of those other people chained to the devil. But this person is like, not me. Look at this. And that causes a tower moment. And it affects this person's bottom line. But this person knows the magic that's going on in the industry. And I feel like they're very grounded. Wow. Yeah. So that's what I feel. There's this energy of, I'm not interested in taking the oath. Because this is binding yourself to someone. Look at the chains. And this is walking away. Like, I'm not doing this. This person's ancestors are protecting them. And I'm also looking at a lot of people in the water here. Like, these are people who are not showing up as living people. They are people who have come before, done the same thing. This person's like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. Okay. So this person is not looking to be treated like God at all. All right. So when will they debut the girl? I told you I think it's some kind of event. Award show, sporting event. You got the Three of Wands. You got the Nine of Wands. This person could be from a different culture. I keep saying that. This person will, okay, I'm getting a message. This person will be shown to us at a time after, it's going to come after a period of some kind of, what do you call it? Okay, think of 9/11, right? Think of something catastrophic like that. It's going to come either on the brink of something like that or right after that. So it could be like a benefit concert or something like that where we get introduced to this person. That's kind of what I'm getting. Give me more. The Temperance card. Yeah, this is the calm after the storm. Sagittarius energy. Aries or Sagittarius season could be significant. Could be a fire sign season. The Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is like that's like my bad and bougie card. It would be a reason that you would dress up in formal wear. It would be a reason that you would want to put on your Sunday's best. Yeah, I feel like something will happen. It will be catastrophic. And there's like a benefit concert. There's something like that. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, on the world stage. It's something that's going to be impacting the whole world when this person comes. And they're bringing some level of innocence. Yeah, look. The Tower. A catastrophe. I'm telling y'all. This person is very sweet. There's something very spiritual about this person. All this is going to be sad, though, because I'm telling you, they're going to endure a lot. But they're coming in bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. Six of Cups. Youthful energy. A new energy. The close of a cycle. Something catastrophic happens. The world is trying to recover. Temperance card. Get back on your feet. This person shows up on the world stage. Look at how she's dressed. Look at how she's dressed. It feels like a major event. It starts bad and then the event following the bad thing. So I hope that makes sense. Okay. What else? Will there, let me see, wait. What will Beyonce do to sabotage this girl? The Devil. Use her relationships, maybe even some spell work. Capricorn energy. Her friendships, her alliances in the industry. Like I said, if you're my friend, if you mess with me, this girl can't come. She's not part of the sister circle. She can't be a part. Or either pretend to be her friend. To bind her to her. To spy on her. Yeah, look at this. Friendship. Page of Wands. So she's either going to try to get close to her and pretend to be her friend and sabotage her that way. Send in spies, things of that nature. Or keep her out of certain events. Alright, so how will Jay-Z react? The Two of Pentacles. How will Jay-Z react? Jay-Z gonna go into his business mind. Page of Pentacles. I said that before. I really do feel like he's going to try to find a way to get this person to collaborate. Like Beyonce, listen, you're getting older. This is a new girl. She's coming for your spot. How can you have proximity to her and so that you can adapt? Two of Pentacles is about adapting, being flexible. You know what I mean? Like, let's work out some kind of plan here to get you ingratiated into her life and vice versa. So that, well, no. So you could be ingratiated into her life and you can learn the things that you need to learn. You could use her youthfulness to your benefit. He's finagling something business-wise. He's going to want to. That's what his business mind is going to start speaking. Will he ever try to date this girl? Page of Swords. Page of Swords is a yes. You got the Knight of Swords. You got the Six of Pentacles, but he's not going to because of his family. This is self-control. Remember what it said? Career, SUI side. He's thinking about the time he's invested. He's thinking about the long term. Will he have an attraction to this person? I feel like he will. But this is more about business for him. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. He will watch this person. He might got a fake profile too. And if not, he might be a person that is engaging online. These are online cards. I feel like he will have an attraction to this person, but he's not going to do anything. Will Jay-Z and Beyonce ever divorce? Wow, you got the Marriage card and the King of Pentacles. Remember, it said he was a distinguished gentleman, the King of Pentacles. They're not divorcing. I won't say that they take their marriage vows seriously. I don't believe that. But in the sense of like legacy, they do. No, they're not divorcing. That's the institution of marriage. Taurus energy. Then you got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, Mercury energy. She likes the way he takes care of home. Although I do believe that there are financial issues, and that could even be why the Two of Pentacles is here. He might be thinking, like I said, I could benefit. This is a lucrative business idea, or I mean, a business opportunity for me. This is about manifesting money, focusing on money, being driven by your goals, motivated, ambitious. Two of Pentacles is money fluctuating, money being funny sometimes, or somebody weighing the pros and cons of a situation. He might be telling Beyonce, I understand you don't want to be replaced. I don't want you to be replaced either, but let's get her close to us so we can benefit in some kind of way financially. Okay, what else? What's the other questions here? Beyonce and Jay-Z don't seem to be divorcing. Will celebrities praise this woman? I feel like the answer is no. No, they won't. You got the Empress in reverse and the World card in reverse. It's not a part of the program, y'all. Taurus, Libra, Capricorn, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius energy. Yeah. They won't. Unless they're told to. Unless they are told to. And plus, she's not a part of their world. They can't control her. Next question. Will there ever be a point where this person wins more than 8 Grammys in one night? 6 of Wands. A lot of accolades, yes. This is victory. This is success. Yeah. And this is 6 Wands. So, I mean, that's 6. So, let's see what else comes up. But this definitely talks about being on a pedestal. All eyes on you, being in the spotlight. It will be somebody receiving an award, Grammys, whatever. Look at that. The sun right there. Leo, Jupiter energy. So, yes, absolutely. The Two of Swords. Remember we talked about the Two of Swords and Beyonce sabotage. Libra moon energy. This feels to me like this person doesn't care about it though. Will they ever? Queen of Swords. That's a yes. They're getting approval when they first come in the industry. The sun. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Magnetism. This person is magnetic. They are magnetic, but I'm telling you, they are not coming to play. They will be the kind of person that wouldn't even show up to the award show. Again, I said they say it with their chest. That's the Queen of Swords. They say it with their chest, but they're strategic in how they move. They come into the industry. They're like, yes, yes, yes. Look at this. Accolades. The Three of Swords. But it's like at the same time that they're getting all this praise and accolades, she's getting her flowers here. There's this feeling of like, what have I gotten myself into? I was romanticizing. I had on rose-colored glasses. That's what it said over here. So this person will become disillusioned with this industry very quickly. They will not be a part of it in the way that the powers that be will want them to be. And that's going to be their downfall. It's really not, but that's going to be their downfall. What's the other questions here? How will the media feel about this person? I feel like I'm kind of being redundant. Maybe the questions are kind of similar because I feel like it's the same thing. The media will start off okay, but it won't stay that way. Yes. I'm getting a moment. We got Gemini Mars here. I'm getting a moment like when Kanye was like, George Bush doesn't care about black people. Where you're like, what the hell? Did she just say that? Gemini, like this person is a nightmare. Somebody that's into PR, somebody that's an image, I don't know, the artist and repertoire part of it, trying to polish this person up. Ain't no polishing this person up. No. I said what I said. Take it or leave it. There's going to be moments that are like this where people are like, oh my God, I can't believe this person just said that. What else? The Wheel of Fortune. That's the karma though. That's the karmic wheel. And this is the universe being in control here. So it doesn't matter. She's getting her flowers yet again. I don't need you, industry, to support me. The universe is supporting me. This person doesn't need the industry. That's what I'm saying. They come out so hot that people gravitate towards them. The industry kind of shuns them. Y'all give me an example of somebody that this has happened to. Because I feel like there are celebrities like this that have come in really hot. But then when they were not going to play the game, All of a sudden, they weren't popular anymore. Give me 2 more. 5 of Swords. That's sabotage. And I already said they're going to try to sabotage this person. But I heard Candy when she was like, I'm forever embedded in your mother effing head. B. I heard Candy when she said that. So yeah, it's like this person is, you can't get rid of this person because they're going to leave a mark. But the media is like, nah, they're trying to control their fate and it's not working. Look, the Emperor in reverse. I told y'all that masculine energy that I feel will be in control of this person's career. A handler. A handler. That's what the Emperor is. It's in reverse though. They're not going to be able to control this person. King of Cups. They got a spirit guide watching out for them anyway. Okay, so will this person be sabotaged? I mean, yes. Yes, they will. The Fool in reverse, yes. Aquarius energy. Trying to take advantage. Yeah, the 10 of Wands, they're going to make it difficult for them. Because they're not ready to jump in. This is initiation into that club. This is no, I'm not being initiated into your club. I'd rather do the legwork. I'd rather take the long way up this hill. Do it myself. Put the weight of the world on my own shoulders and make it happen. Even if you try to block me. I got strong willpower. I'll do the work by myself. Maybe even go independent. Look at this. Standing your ground. 7 of Wands. This person is not playing the game. Leo Mars energy. That's Archangel Michael as well. I feel like they have a lot of spiritual protection no matter what happens. And we have the 4 of Wands. I don't belong. It's in reverse. Animosity and tension with the industry. Being stubborn. Not playing the game. Finding ways around it like a Chris Brown. All right, you blackballed me. It's cool. I'm chilling. I don't want to be a part of your industry. I'm just going to brainstorm and figure out another way around it and work my own magic and be self-made. Lord, Gemini, Virgo energy. All right, y'all, this was extremely long. Extremely. I hope, you know, I did some justice with this reading. I will see you all the next time. I think I might be about to follow this reading up with an all signs reading. Just because I was going to take a nap today, but I'll just wait till tomorrow. I'll just sleep tomorrow. Or when I come back from picking my daughter up. But those are messages, y'all. I hope this was entertaining, informative, and all that good stuff. Even though it's an allegedly celebrity reading, that's okay. I will see you all the next time. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, like the video. If you are looking for an all signs reading and you stuck around this long, thank you, number one. But also check out the all signs reading that I'm about to post. I think we're going to do like who will you marry? Somebody asked me that. So I think I might do that. Peace, y'all.